at the beach, recording on my phone. And I'm not holding my stomach in right now. Hey guys, how you doing? Terry Ann the writer here at the beach early in the morning. Look at the palm tree. Look at that. I'm here about to talk about abuse. I had a roommate one time who was getting abused by her boyfriend. And the way how I met her was my current roommate and her were co-workers. And the boyfriend used to follow them when they used to go out after work. A group of them would hang out, follow them after they go out after work, go follow her everywhere she go, then drag her out the restaurant, anything just to abuse her. So after a while she got sick and tired of it, the abuse, so she decided she wanted to move because she was living with somebody. He knew where that they were living, so he would just pop up at her apartment, drag her out the apartment. Her roommate was getting terrified. So my roommate was like, we had rented a 3-bedroom house, and the one roommate we had left. So my current roommate was like, hey, I got a co-worker who's having some abusive issues with her boyfriend. I'm gonna go ahead and see if she want to rent out this room. I said, okay. So I had a conversation with her. The rules were she was not allowed, the boyfriend was not allowed at the house no matter what. She was supposed to stop seeing him. So she agreed to those rules. So he started following her everywhere. Then one day I'm at the house by myself one night, and he shows up at the house. And I'm like, I didn't know his name, didn't know anything about him. But I called my other roommate, who was her friend. I said, hey, such and such showed up at the house. She was like, what? I said, how do he know where we live at? I thought that was one of the agreements that she couldn't bring him to the house. So the next day, my roommate confronted her in front of me. And she was like, well, I needed to move some stuff, and he have a truck. So I asked him to move my stuff for me, and my roommate had a truck too. She had a Pathfinder at the time. And she was like, well, I got a Pathfinder, I got a truck too. Why you just didn't ask me to use my truck? Well, I didn't know if you was going to loan it to me. She was like, I always loan people y'all my stuff if I need it. And she did. She always was that roommate that if you have something, if you need something that she have, she'll loan it to you, or she'll even give it to you. So that was the crazy thing about it. Now, before this incident happened where he came to the house, we were all out at a party one night, and this was my first time meeting this boy. So we were all out at a party, having fun, drinking, and we on the dance floor just dancing. And all of a sudden, I see somebody come up and start dancing with me. And then 5 minutes later, everybody's like, let's go. I was like, what's going on? Because we all rode together. That's him. Now, the girl was with us too. So he's followed us. So what happened was, one of his friends saw her there at the party. His friend told him that she was there. And he came out to the party to bother her. In the parking lot, he carried on like a fool. We had to get security to come get him so she can leave, because the way how he was acting. So it's some dogs out here, y'all. So at the beach. I'm at the beach, so I'm going to show y'all. It's pretty, beautiful. So my thing was like, back to the story where when she invited him to the house, but he popped up. My thing is like, this boy is how crazy, this boy is like this. Why do you insist on even dealing with him? Her business. At this time, though, she's putting us in danger because our one rule was he's not allowed to come to the house because this is who you're running away from, right? So, my roommate, who were original roommates, told her she had to move out because now you're putting our lives in danger. And one thing I agreed with is that you're not going to put my life in danger. Now, I don't care because when he comes to kill, he's not just going to kill you. He's going to kill all of us in there, especially my roommate, because my roommate got smart with him one time. He called the house and she answered the phone. At that time, we had a house phone. And she cussed him out and told him not to call no more. I told her she was going to be the first one he killed, because well, first of all, he didn't have no business calling our house, you know what I'm saying, because we all had cell phones. And then second of all, nobody wants you around. Stop, harassing, because when you harassing her, now you're harassing everybody around her. Now she losing friends, because nobody wants to do that. So even to the point that the same night that he came to the house, he followed her, found out where she was at with one of her friends' house, because I slammed the door in his face. And he picked her up and body slammed her on the concrete, from what I understand, and she still went out with him. So she moved out after my roommate told her she has to move out. And, she still worked with my roommate. And then I worked at the same building, but me and her didn't work in the same department. They worked in another floor. That's how I met my roommate. So, cut it back years later, after this guy and her got into it, they broke up, they moved on from each other. About 4 years later after that, I talked to her, see her in the hallway. I said, "Hey, how you doing, ex-roommate?" She says, "Hey, me and such back together. He's changed. We're about to get married, da-da-da." This is the same guy. She left years ago. They reunited some kind of way, and now they back together. I said, "Are you sure, girl? Be careful." Yeah, we good. He's not like that anymore. I'm like, okay, be careful. They go to the courthouse to get married. He's still like that. He's jumping on her, fighting her, following her everywhere she goes. This time, though, now that they married, it's a little bit difficult to leave him now that they married. So what she had to do was eventually get her divorce, get a restraining order, and then she moved from Atlanta to Jacksonville. She had to move to a whole nother state to get away from him because this dude was ridiculously crazy. And I was like, the reason I'm bringing this up is that I was watching ID Investigation, and we was looking at a lady who was being stalked by someone. She was a track star, and a friend of mine was like, "Why she live by herself? Why she just don't get some roommates?" I said, who would want to put up with that? You know what I'm saying? If somebody stalking you, and that's all honesty for me. Because when people come to kill, they don't care who they kill, a stalker, whoever, and I know that from this guy incident, because why he stalking my roommate, he, messing with other people's lives as well, so I'm not trying to endanger myself because you have a stalker or because you don't want to leave this dude alone. I'm not doing that. Don't bring him to my house. Don't bring him to anywhere I'm around. And even if I had a friend who has an issue with a boyfriend, I don't want that boyfriend in my space, because if you and him break up, he gonna come over where he knows to see if you're around or whatever, or you hiding out there. My point is, that's just a story I was telling. There ain't no point to it. But I don't want no stalker in my life. Anyway, be safe, be blessed. Always follow your dreams unless your dreams is to hurt someone. I'm Terry Ann, the writer. Love you guys. Keep it up. Bye-bye.